Even at 90, Steph from Fremont. Yes, sir!
Here comes Dame. 3 seconds. Dame pulls for the win!
Trae Young! Oh!
What's up, everyone? A common question I get is, how do you get more range on your jump shot? The easy answer is, well, use more legs. The further back you shoot, the more legs you're gonna need. But I'm sure you already knew that. I wanted to find some less obvious answers, like what else can you do to make it easier to shoot from deep? So I watched footage of some of the top long-range shooters in basketball right now. These are the players who take and make a decent amount of 30-footers. And I found 4 things that most of them have in common with their form. 4 shooting mechanics that I believe makes it easier to shoot from long distance. So yeah, here's what I found when analyzing the shooting form of long-range shooters. Number 1 and number 2. I'm gonna give you both because to me they go hand in hand. A low set point and shooting on the way up. Of the 10 players I used for this video, 9 of them have a low set point. Players with a low set point bring the ball up in front of their face and the ball doesn't fully clear the top of their head. Players with a high set point bring the ball up above or behind their head. Think Jokic, LeBron, Kobe, MJ. Of the 10 for this video, the only player with the high set point is Luka. But Luka does still do the second thing, which is shooting on the way up, or releasing the ball while still elevating. Ball is out. Now watch his head. Watch how it's still elevating. And the other 9 players all do this too. As opposed to shooting at the top of your jump or really close to the top, think Ray Allen. Nate Robinson. But the reason these 2 things help you get more range is because when you shoot while you're still elevating and you have a low set point, you're going to be more efficient at transferring energy and power from your legs to your release. When you shoot closer to the top of your jump, you're going to be less efficient at that power transfer. Even more so if you shoot at the top of your jump and you have a higher set point. Which means when shooting from deep, you're gonna have to either jump more than the player with the low set point who shoots on the way up, or you're gonna need to draw extra power from your upper body, which is not ideal. Ideally, you wanna get the majority of your power from your legs. Think about LeBron. He can absolutely knock down the long 3, but he uses a lot of wrist. Watch the tension in his wrist here on his follow through. He uses his wrist for extra power because he brings the ball up above his head and he shoots at the top of his jump. Less efficient use of his legs. Versus Steph, who has a low set point and shoots on his way up. Look how relaxed his upper body is. He doesn't need to draw extra power from it. Back to Ray Allen. Ray has a high set point and he shoots at the top of his jump. I wouldn't say he draws extra power from his upper body, but look at how high he jumps. Imagine him 3 feet back. Think about how much more he would have to jump to get that extra range. I want to go back to Luka. High set point. But look where his feet are when the ball reaches his set point. They're still on the ground. And now he starts to jump. And he releases as he's still elevating. And real quick, the other one that fascinates me is Wemby. I kind of just assumed he had a high set point, but no, he keeps it low. And he shoots on the way up too. So those are the first two shooting mechanics that make it easier to shoot from deep. It's not that it can't be done when you have a high set point or shoot at the top, but to me, the low set point and shooting on the way up is easier. Plus, not all of us are as strong as LeBron or can jump as high as Ray Allen. But at the end of the day, you gotta find what works for you and what's comfortable for you. But if you're struggling to get extra range, these two mechanics might help you out. Okay, I'm gonna give you the last two together because, again, they kind of go hand in hand. Jumping forward and rotating towards your weak side. Jumping forward gives your shot that little extra push. Your forward momentum is gonna push the ball even more forward. And really, a lot of shooters tend to jump forward on their shots anyway, depending on the type of shot. Obviously, there's gonna be some exceptions, but yeah, when shooting from long range, jumping more forward than you normally would can help you get that extra range you're looking for. The players I watched here didn't do it every single time, but as you can see here, there are plenty of examples of it. The one player who rarely jumped forward in the clips I watched is Luka. Watch how he jumps straight up here. He kicks his legs forward, but he's not actually jumping forward. His body goes straight up and down. Here's one where he did jump a little forward. But yeah, the majority of the time, he's jumping straight up. So not impossible, but it requires even more from your legs, or elsewhere, like your upper body. And then lastly, sometimes these shooters will slightly rotate towards their weak side as they shoot. Again, not every time, but sometimes. For a righty, that's turning towards the left. For a lefty, that's turning towards the right. This is another way to get that little extra boost of power for such a long shot. It kind of pushes your shot forward more. And then, quick disclaimer, at least for me, rotating is not something I've ever consciously tried to do. It just kind of happens naturally sometimes when my body recognizes that I need more power on my shot for whatever reason. So yeah, if you don't find this happening subconsciously already, play around with it, but be careful not to overdo it either. Alright, so those are the 4 shooting mechanics that a lot of great long-range shooters have in common. Having a low set point, shooting on the way up, jumping forward, and rotating towards your weak side. These are 4 shooting form techniques that make it easier to extend your range. Not impossible to shoot from deep without these 4 mechanics, but a little more inefficient and more difficult in my opinion. Hey, if you got any other tips for increasing your range, definitely drop a comment below. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.